Put that down. Don't eat that mushroom. Silly human. Didn't your mother ever tell you not to go shoving random berries and mushrooms you find into your gullet? I swear, you travelers always seem so keen to pluck the shiniest, reddest, and bluest things you find, and eat them without thinking about what you're doing. Oh no, these particular mushrooms aren't poisonous. They're sleeping. Look, it has its little arms and legs tucked into its body. Cute little things. Actually quite a lively bunch when they're not asleep or hiding from predators. Yes, I suppose I did imply that I'm not like you. Of course, what human would be so foolish to wander forests with only a few leaves to cover themselves? I am what's known as a Drew, or a male dryad. To put it into simpler terms, a tree spirit. I know you humans have plenty of tales of our kind. I've actually been following you around for the past 2 hours or so, but nature spirits like myself are far more timid than you would expect. Of course you wouldn't have seen me. I floated on the breeze from tree to tree wherein I was watching over you. I would have kept hiding in plain sight, but I have a soft spot for little mushroom people, and I couldn't bear to watch you eat their elder. They would have been so lost without them. Lost, are we? That would make sense. I suspected you might be once you started walking in a circle. It was quite funny, but after the third time it turned from humorous to concerning. You seem like a strong and capable man, but I can tell that tracking and navigation elude you. I could have intervened and helped you earlier, yes, but to be truthful, I was busy enjoying the view from afar. Come now, there's no need to be like that. I have been protecting you all while you've been here. I even misdirected the hungry wolf that you stumbled upon. What wolf? Exactly. So long as I don't compromise my job protecting the trees of the forest, I'm perfectly allowed to protect a cute little man like yourself. So brave to have wandered in here on your own. I can tell, though, you must be getting weary from your traveling. You're feeling hot and dried out. Please follow me, then. We're not too far from a clean stream. My name is Rydian, by the way. My, what a handsome name you have. I do apologize if I'm making you feel uncomfortable. I just can't help but find you captivating. It's not often I get the chance to speak to humans, or even other spirits for that matter. Most people aren't of much interest to me. I only tend to intervene when people try to be exceptionally destructive to the forest, so I'm sure you can understand me when I say that humans have put a bit of a sour taste in my mouth. The last man I conversed with had to have been at least 100 moons ago. Some grizzled old hunter insistent on hunting down a pit hydra. His obsession made for boring conversation, and he wasn't even close to successful. No. He wasn't eaten. There are no pit hydras in forests, my dear. At the most, he might be able to find one in a low plain somewhere, but frankly, I think he had just inhaled too much of a different type of pollen. Here we are. Please, fill up your vessels as you need. The water here is completely fresh, and there are no fish you need worry about. There's also a shallow pool just over there you can bathe in. Here, let me help you over and take care of you. Please, I insist. You look so tired, and the least I can do is try and help soothe your aches and worries. There. It's just deep enough to flow over your legs, but shallow enough that you can comfortably sit up. Here, lay your head in my lap. This leaf I have here, it's soft, yes? I'm just going to wet it so that I can wash away some of the sweat from your head and clean up your face a bit. I'll just start with your forehead. It isn't too cold, is it? I'm glad it feels nice. Now I'm just going to go down the sides of your head, across your cheekbones, now over your cheeks, your nose, your jaw and chin, over your lips as well. Sorry if that tickled. Then your neck. How is this all feeling? Good. I'm just going to change to a slightly bigger leaf now. Still gentle, but perhaps more of a waxy feeling than a soft one. It's just so I can help scrub down your upper body that's out of the water. If that's all right with you, of course. I'm glad you're okay with it. I don't quite understand human shame. But then again, if another man came to me with flowing hair and smooth skin, offering to gently take care of me, all while only wearing a few leaves around his waist and over his shoulders, actually, never mind. Back to where I was. I'll just go across each collarbone with this leaf now. And then over your shoulders. Getting some more water to do under your arms as well. And then we'll go down the arm, starting with the right. And then going over to the left. Just going to re-soak this. And then I'm just going to take care of your chest. Just gently rubbing it over. Not too much pressure or anything. Just enough to help take the heat off. And just reaching in behind you to finish off with your upper back. There. Oh, you look so sleepy now. Is that comfortable for you? I'm so happy. We can rest here for as long as you need, and I'll just run my fingers through your hair. We can just sit in peaceful, amicable silence for now, resting up in the waters from your arduous journey as your head rests on my thighs. You have such soft hair, you know. It's not a common compliment for men to get, I know. But it's true. And sometimes I think men could use a reminder of how beautiful they are. Sunset is beginning to befall us. I'll help you up and dry you off. Let me take you to my little home, and then tomorrow I'll lead you out of the forest. There shouldn't be an elder tree too far from here. No, I don't live in a tree. It's complicated, to say the least. Well, since you're so curious, I'll try to explain. All trees are like conduits of natural energy. I can flow to and from them so long as they're close to each other. That's how I monitor what's going on here, and how I can also travel from tree to tree unseen, as I mentioned earlier. But as they age, some trees store so much natural energy that they become less like a conduit and more like a portal. But these portals are actually used to connect to the source of all natural energy. And, well, it'll make more sense when I show you. Speaking of which, this is actually an example of a younger elder tree. Yes, it is still quite large comparatively, isn't it? This tree's been here for about 300 years now, and it still has such a long life ahead of it. Some of the other trees in the forest here are far older. In fact, some of them have been here for millennia, which unfortunately makes them all the more desired by greedy individuals, and thus all the more important for me to protect. Forgive my cynicism. Here, hold my hand. This will only take a moment. Don't be scared. Just follow me in. Welcome to my home. I'm sure it's far different from what you expected, would that be correct? This cabin we're in is a manifest of nothing but natural energy that I've simply converted using natural magic. Please, take a seat while I fetch you something to eat. It is quite small and cozy, yes, but believe it or not, it's actually larger than how I usually manifest it. Normally, it's just my bed, kitchen, latrine, and a little space for magic. However, I made sure to include ample space for two, in addition to a bed for yourself. Here, beans with roots and vegetables. It might not be much by human standards, but I can assure you that this will give you all of the nutrients you'll need to replenish your strength. Don't worry, the food is just as real as it would be in the physical world. It won't disappear from your stomach when you leave. Speaking of, when we leave, or if you must leave for any reason earlier, that glowing green portal over there will take you right back in front of the tree where we came from. Yes, you can see the physical world through it, but it's a one-way portal. So you're not trapped here, but you also don't need to worry about wolves coming in as you sleep. It's not a trouble at all. Even though it is in my nature, I do genuinely love to help. And my intuition tells me that you are a very good man, so I have no reluctance to taking care of you. There's no need for repayment, of course. Not that there is much you can give a forest spirit, besides being good to nature and planting more trees. Perhaps, though, if you are ever near this forest again, do pay me a visit. It does get lonely here at times, and I'd love to get to hear more about you when you're not so tired or panicked about being lost. You don't have to worry about finding me. I can tell when any human enters my domain. I'll find you whenever you draw near. But that's only if. And for now, let's get you to bed. You can put your gear wherever. I'll just get you a glass of water and some berries in case you need them in the middle of the night. I'll just set these down next to you on the end table. I really am glad to have you as company for the night. It's different having someone around. Someone besides trees or mushroom people. In a good way, of course. Well, I won't disturb you any further. If you do find anything uncomfortable or have any trouble falling asleep, do let me know and I'll do what I can to help. Although, for now, I think it's best if I silence myself. Sweet dreams. I'm such a desperate tool. I'm starting to feel that human embarrassment now. Maybe I'll give him one of my protection charms before he leaves. At least then he'll have some incentive to return, even if just to recharge it. Just sleep, Ridian. At least your dreams are hopeful.